For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about Mercury in 9th house. What kind of general results we can see if Mercury is in 9th house in anybody's case, good and bad both. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. And any of you who are interested in spirituality, religion and philosophy, I have started 2 new channels in Hindi as well as English. Their links are shown in card section above as well as they are given in description below. We discuss from various perspectives of various schools of thoughts in philosophy and religion. That big questions of life, that who am I, is there any meaning or worth of life, is there any ultimate supreme reality, is there any God, is there a good God or a bad God, all these things we tend to take in detail. I have made several videos there. I'm continuing to do so. If you are interested, please watch them. I hope that you will be learning a lot of new things from new perceptions through those videos. So let's come back to the topic and talk about Mercury in 9th house. So first of all, we'll talk about good results of Mercury in 9th house. By good, I mean that Mercury is in 9th house, in own sign, exaltation sign, friendly signs. It is in relation with Kendra houses or Trikona lords. And the zodiac sign in which it is sitting, the lord of that sign is well placed in the chart. And last but not the least, very important, that is sun, moon and ascendant lord are well placed in the chart. So sun, moon and ascendant lord govern the inherent fundamental strength of the chart for everybody. If they are not well placed, the entire chart loses the strength, and no matter how good your other planets are, you won't find expected results even though you are running their dashas. So they must be well placed. So if these situations are there, the more Mercury is making good combinations in 9th house, the more powerful it will be, and it will have tremendous capacity to give many good results in life. So first of all, Mercury in 9th house is very excellent for giving high levels of intelligence, sharp memory, logical ability, reasoning and analytical ability. It enhances the curiosity in the person to learn new things and give interest in many multiple subjects, not just one. Then it also gives quick learning ability, good education and academic performance, knowledge of several subjects. It also is suitable. You have to see Jupiter and Saturn also. It provides wisdom over a period of time, not just the bookish learning as well. Then it is also excellent for good speech and expression, because from 9th house, Mercury looks at 3rd house. Mercury in 3rd house are communication and speech. So the person not only has ideas, but they are also having capability to share those ideas and knowledge with other people easily, whether it is through speech or whether it is through a written mode. It depends, but Mercury is suitable for sharing ideas and knowledge easily. Then 9th house is dharma. Dharma means morality, ethics. So Mercury in 9th house makes person focused on right and good use of intellect and knowledge. Whatever your intellect is, means the capacity to think in a particular direction, and your knowledge, all the things what you learned so far, you put them to right and good use for yourself as well as for the society. That is the result of good Mercury in 9th house. You need to see Jupiter for that as well. And at the same time, Mercury in 9th house is very favorable for research and development and innovation and invention, thinking and seeing things from a detailed perspective, from a different perception, and coming to look at a big picture. It can be in any field, that depends. I'm not talking about a particular stream. It can be in any domain, but Mercury provides such kind of ability also if it is well placed in making such combinations. Then it enhances the part of the dharma. Dharma means that you need to see 9th house and Jupiter, 9th lord and Jupiter also. But if Mercury is well placed in 9th house and Jupiter is suitable, then it gives morals, ethics, values, principles, abidance of religion and culture and tradition from which you come. Mercury, if it is well placed, it will find the logic behind the religion, behind the culture, behind the traditions which you follow, rather than outright rejecting them. That is the nature of bad Mercury. So Mercury is like, does not accept anything without any logic behind it or any evidence behind it. But if it is well placed, it will try to see the try to inquire and then see the meaning behind things, see the essence of certain things, rather than outrightly rejecting certain things. That is not very powerful Mercury. Then at the same time, it is, if there are good spiritual combinations, then Mercury in ninth house is very good for serious spiritual inquiry, philosophy, having gurus and teachers in life or good mentors in life, for spiritual religious practice, very favorable for that. And it also gives a deep inclination towards various schools of philosophies if it is making such combinations. Then Mercury is speech and communication. If Mercury is in ninth house well placed, it gives a honest and truthful speech. Person refrains from speaking lies most of the time. They tend to go towards more practice of truth and virtues in life. So that is a good point for Mercury in ninth house. And you need to check Jupiter and ninth lord for that. Without that, it's not going to be there. Then ninth house is father. So father and teachers. So it is very good for having good relations with father and having good teachers in life, and you tend to learn a lot from father and teachers what you get. Then ninth house is bhagya. Bhagya means luck or fortune or fate. So Mercury in ninth house enhances that. It means ability to provide good opportunities and protection from suffering in the world. That is ninth house. So bhagya means you have protection from the suffering. There are many people who are very skilled and talented, but they don't get opportunities. That is sheer luck. So, and apart from that, there are many people who have who are born into families who have providence for good resources, but at the same time there are many who don't. So what is that? That is the disparity of luck between two people. So thing here is that bhagya is the ninth, and bhagya is that which controls these things. So Mercury in ninth house enhances that protection from suffering and getting into deliberate struggles which create a lot of challenges in daily basis, that tend to reduce a lot. So Mercury and Jupiter are very good for that in ninth. Then there are several areas of education and career fields which are suitable for Mercury in ninth house if other combinations are there in the chart. So first of all, it is very excellent for management, administration, leadership roles, politics, any job roles which require research, development, analysis, consulting, and planning and advice, invention, innovation, all kind of science and technology fields, particularly related to IT, computer science, electronics, communication, and electrical and aerospace. Then Mercury in ninth house is also good for law and medicine and life science, then teaching and education industry, media and mass communication, language and writing, printing and publishing. It is also good for philosophy, religious or spiritual works or organizations, yoga, music, good for travels and tours, very favorable for association with the foreign lands or long distance travels. And it also fetches respect, status, name, and material progress in life. So these are the good results of Mercury in ninth house. Now I'll talk about Mercury in ninth, but it is not well placed or making bad yogas. So if such situation happens, like Mercury is an enemy signs, debilitation sign, no Neech Bhanga, no cancellation of debilitation is happening, then the zodiac sign in which it is sitting, the lord of that sign is badly placed in the chart. Heavy influence of 6th, 8th, or 12th lords is falling upon Mercury. Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu are afflicting that Mercury in bad signs. It is getting retrograde while being in enemy signs. Totally combust or in hemmed between extreme malefics, making strong Pap Kartri yogas. Or at the same time, Sun, Moon, Ascendant Lord and Jupiter are not well placed in the chart. So for ninth house, you need to see Jupiter, because Jupiter is the controller of dharma, morality, ethics, right and wrong. So if the more of these situations are there, the more negative Mercury will be considered and more power it will have to fetch negative results in life. So so there are two kind of things which we can see. First of all, either Mercury can create language or learning problems in learning things, slow mental faculty, memory retention is poor, troubles in education and academics is there, poor concentration, no attention span, wrong decisions, misdirection, confusion, poor communication, or weak bhagya, means weak luck and fortune or protection from suffering. So either these things can be seen, or it can enhance adharma. Ninth house is dharma, right and wrong, means following the path of the right, that is dharma. And adharma means majorly focusing on the evil and wrong paths. So if Mercury, because Mercury does not care about law, Mercury is a businessman. So you have to, that is why I said you have to see Jupiter. Now if Mercury is in ninth house, so if it is making negative combinations, and you have to see Sun, Moon and Ascendant Lord, because they govern the personality. So if Adharma is rising, then what happens, that it tends to bring growth and success, but it tends to bring growth and success through bad means, or corruption, manipulation, or harming other people, like that. So it enhances negative traits or tendencies in the person. First of all, it enhances selfishness, greed, wrong use of intellect, taking advantage of others, people who are two-faced hypocrites, they can be seen, lies, cunningness. Then you don't care about the right and wrong, you just care about your desire to be fulfilled. Then immorality, unethical behavior, corruption, illicit, illegal activities and malpractices, these things can be seen in Mercury in ninth house. But one more thing which can be seen is that it gives initial rise with permanent downfall later on. If it is making these combinations which are bringing these traits, then it gives initial rise and it boosts your ego, and a person tends to think that I am invincible, and then it takes you down. Particularly if Jupiter and Saturn are there, definitely it's going to happen. So initial rise with permanent downfall, bad name and reputation, court cases, troubles to father or troubles with the father, or children or bosses or government or teachers or mentors can be seen. No good relations with them, any of these people. It can also induce a lot of narcissism. You have to see Sun and Mars for that. Person tends to believe that they are right always, and their false notion of belief, they tend to become stubborn in that. Then it also shows complete rejection of one's identity, means from the culture or tradition or religion, or bringing what you come from, you tend to reject it because of any reasons possible, and you tend to think that okay, I am not this, I need to accept, and I need to be taking another kind of identity and or culture or anything like that. So it gives a pseudo modern approach in people who tend to reject their roots, and it creates identity crisis, and it makes person logically blind. So logically blind means people who think that their everything can be explained with sheer logic, and they tend to neglect the limitations of that. So Mercury and Jupiter, if they are good, they'll never give this. They know that if, knowledge and is infinite, we cannot capture it, and we cannot justify it with pure sheer logic always. That is a trait of good Mercury and Jupiter. But if it is bad, then it makes person give this kind of attitude where we term them as logically blind. So of course these are negative results for Mercury in ninth house, but you need to check other planets in detail, how other yogas are happening, and then come to conclusion that okay, this is how a Mercury can manifest in the ninth house. Till then, what I have said so far, treat it as a source of information. Don't unnecessarily jump to conclusions. That's all from my end regarding Mercury in ninth house, good and bad results both that we talked about. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more. Check on my website, Facebook page, Instagram. Their links are shown in description. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.